There's a massive shift happening in technology right now, and it's not in some distant cloud server. It's happening right inside the devices you use every single day. It's called Edge AI, and trust me, it's about to completely redefine what we think of as smart technology.
Have you ever had that moment? You ask your smart speaker a simple question, and you're met with that little infuriating pause. Or you get a notification from your smart doorbell just a second too late, right? It feels like our super connected world should be instant, but a lot of the time, it just isn't. Well, the reason for that delay is all about where the thinking actually happens.
So really, it all boils down to two different approaches to making our gadgets intelligent. The first is cloud AI. That's how most things have worked up until now. Your device basically sends a question out to a giant remote brain, the cloud, and then it has to wait for an answer to be sent back. But the second way, and this is what we're talking about today, is Edge AI. And that's where the brain is right there, inside the device itself.
To really get why Edge AI is such a game changer, we first have to look at the cracks in the system we've been using. Let's dig into the problem with relying on the cloud for everything.
The model is pretty simple on the surface. You talk to your phone, it records your voice, sends that recording across the internet to some massive server farm, that server figures out what you want, and then it sends a command all the way back to your phone. See? It's a round trip, and that journey is the root cause of so many of the little frustrations we've all felt. And this really sums it all up, doesn't it? First, there's that lag, that latency from the data's round trip. Second, if your internet connection gets a little shaky or goes down completely, your smart device suddenly becomes pretty dumb. And third, and this is a big one, you're constantly sending your personal data, your voice, what's happening in your home, to some company's server, which, opens up some serious questions about privacy.
Okay, so if the cloud has all these built-in issues, what's the alternative? This is where a totally new way of thinking comes into the picture. The solution is Edge AI.
At its heart, the definition is actually super simple. Instead of sending the thinking to be done somewhere else, the device does the thinking itself. All that AI computation happens right there, on the hardware, at the edge of the network.
This right here is the fundamental shift. It's not just about processing data anymore. It's about giving our devices their own local intelligence. The grain is no longer in a data center thousands of miles away. It's right in your hand. It's in your car. It's on your wrist.
I love this because it just nails the three core promises of Edge AI. No cloud, no delay, no internet dependency. When you cut that cord to the cloud, you get rid of the lag and you get rid of the need for a constant connection. It's like a declaration of technological independence for our devices. All right, so this whole idea of on-device intelligence sounds amazing in theory, but what does it actually look like? How does this change the things we use every single day? Let's start with the device that's probably in your pocket right now. Imagine your phone being able to translate a conversation live, in real time, with absolutely zero delay, and without sending that private conversation to a server anywhere. That's your phone thinking. That's Edge AI. Now, let's go bigger. For a self-driving car, sending data to the cloud to ask, hey, should I brake, is just not an option. It has to see a pedestrian and react in a fraction of a second. That kind of life or death decision has to be made locally, instantly. Your car has to think for itself. Or what about the health sensors on your wrist? With AI on the device itself, your watch could detect something like an irregular heartbeat and alert you immediately without ever needing a Wi-Fi connection or having to check in with a server. And how about at home? Your security camera could tell the difference between a family member, the delivery driver, and a total stranger, all without uploading a single frame of video to the cloud. The decision-making happens right inside the camera, which means what happens in your home stays in your home. This all sounds like a massive leap forward. So you're probably asking the same question I did. If this is so much better, why haven't we been doing it all along? What's changed that's making all of this possible right now? Well, it's basically a perfect storm of two amazing trends coming together. First, the little computer chips in our devices have become unbelievably powerful. They can now do jobs that just a few years ago would have required a room full of servers. And second, the AI models themselves, you can think of them as the AI's brain, have gotten so much smaller and more efficient. We figured out how to shrink them down without making them less powerful. And look, this isn't some niche, futuristic concept. The biggest names in tech are all in on this. Apple's Neural Engine, Google's Tensor chips, what Tesla's doing with self-driving, and the hardware from NVIDIA and Qualcomm, all of it is being specifically built to make this on-device AI revolution happen. So,
We've got the tech, we've got the major companies pushing it forward. What does this all mean for our future? What are the real, tangible benefits we're all going to see?
It all really boils down to four game-changing breakthroughs. Number 1, instant, real-time speed. 2, a whole new level of privacy where your personal data actually stays personal. 3, huge cost savings for companies because they don't need to run these giant server farms for every little thing. And 4, and this is maybe the most exciting one, it unlocks a whole world of new possibilities that were just impossible before.
So what do these new possibilities look like? We're talking about self-driving cars that can truly navigate a complex, chaotic city street. We're talking about smart homes that actually anticipate what you need without feeling like they're spying on you. More intelligent robots on factory floors, and medical devices that can monitor your health and react instantly and reliably all the time.
This quote just captures the whole vision perfectly. The promise here isn't just about slightly faster gadgets. The promise is a fundamental upgrade to the world around us, making everything more responsive, more private, and ultimately a whole lot smarter.